Hello everyone. Today what we are going to do is we are going to simulate the experiment that is to simulate an ESS or extended service set in a wireless LAN network. So what is this ESS all about? ESS stands for extended service set, and with respect to ESS is basically the group of or interconnection of all this base service sets. You all know that. Now what we are going to do is that you can see that for running this particular experiment we are using NCTNS software, and in this NCTNS software the first thing that you have to do is that after installation you have to open three terminals. Okay, and the three terminals, in one of the terminal what we do is that we just give the command dispatcher. So dispatcher is the first program that you have to run. The second one you have to run the program coordinator, and the third one you have to give NCTNS client is what you have to do. So when you actually run this particular thing, you will be getting the screen like this, and you can see over here it basically looks like a the it looks basically like the Microsoft Word editor, exactly like that it looks. But you can see a lot of symbols you can actually see, right? The 802.11 access point and all you can actually see. So first thing what we are going to do is we are going to draw the topology. So I have placed two access point I have placed, and also these access point I'm going to, around this access point I'm going to keep the mobile nodes. So you can click on the 802.11 icon, and when you click it will say that the to set the QoS priority and all. So basically I'm keeping two nodes is what I'm keeping, two mobile nodes across each access point is what I'm going to keep. So like this you can actually do it. Okay, and after this what we're doing is that this access point have to be connected to a host via router. So I have chosen that option of router, and then we are placing a host. Okay, so the host part is what we are clicking, and we have the computer icon is what is doing. So the first step is to create the the topology, and you can see over here that you can see over here the drawing of the topology. I just clicked on the point to point link and I'm just dragging. So there is a connection between the whole computer and the router, and also from the router to the access point I'm just click and drag it. So this is what I am doing. Okay, so now once the topology is drawn, so you have basically kept the access point also you have kept. And once this topology is drawn, what next you are going to do is that, so you can see that it is in the draw topology is what you are having. You can see DERP. D stands for draw, E stands for edit, R stands for run, and P stands for playback. Now we are going to configure the access point. So what you have to do is that click on the create moving path icon. Okay, so when you click on that and you are basically going to create the moving path. So click on the mobile node which you would like to move, and then click OK, and just keep on clicking on it. What you can see is that basically we are just drawing the path in such a way that it actually completes a round. This is what we are doing. Okay, so we have done the create moving path for this particular mobile node. We have done same step. I am going to repeat for one of the mobile node on the other side also. So just click on the mobile node. It will ask you what is the drawing speed and all. Just give the default, that is 10, and just move around the access point. So we are going to analyze the performance based on how the node, what will be the throughput when the node is near the access point and when it is far the access point and all. So this is the first step that we have done. So this is a topology that we have done. So you have kept two access point, you have kept two mobile nodes around the access point, then you have connected the access point to a host via the router you have done. Now you are creating the subnet. So click on the wireless subnet icon and click on the access point, and then the two mobile nodes which is around it. Once you're done, right click and see whether the whether you have chosen the actual nodes. So 1 3 4 are the nodes which you have chosen. So this step is important because by mistake if you don't click, it will not form in the wireless icon. Same way you repeat for this particular access point also. So what you're doing, you just click on the wireless icon and click on the access point and the two mobile nodes. You can click in any order, not a problem, and right click after clicking on the third one. You get the corresponding nodes. If it is okay, give okay. So this is the next step that we are doing. Okay, so we have created the wireless icon also, we have done. Now the next step is to move on to the edit format. So in the edit format, when you do, you get you it will ask you to save the file. You can give any name, but basically the extension will be TPL. So we have given ytexp5 is what is the name that I have given. Click on save. It will ask you to that the topology will generate the address and all. Just give yes. Okay, so you have drawn the topology. Now we have to edit the properties of the mobile nodes, the access point and all those things to make it work in the desired manner. So first step, clicking on the mobile node, go to the application window, click on add command, and here is where you are going to add this part. So you are giving the start time and the stop time, and the command that you are giving is TTCP -T. TTCP is for the TCP protocol, -T because it acts as a transmitter of the information, -U because it can work for UDP also, -S is for the source, and -P 8000 I am giving as a or 8001 I am giving as a port number, and followed by the host IP address. So the host IP address is 1.0.1.1. So that is what you are giving. Okay, now what you do is you have added the corresponding command. Click on show transmission range, and also you can do show interference range also you can do. You will get a red line there. Click on the node editor. After that, go to the third layer, that is 802.11 layer. Here log packet statistics we have to enable. So these mobile nodes will act as the center of the information. So we are enabling the throughput of outgoing packet is what we are enabling. Click on OK, and come back to this diagram. So you can see here that the transmission range and all has been shown now. Like this, you have to repeat it for all the mobile nodes. You have to repeat by changing the port number. So we have given 8000. If we start from 8000, then 8001, 8002, like that, we will have four port numbers. You can actually configure each of the mobile nodes. So one more time, we will just check it out how to do it. Okay, and then we will proceed with the explanation. So 802 point, the next access point we are clicking, go to the application window. You give the port number, only the port number is what I am changing, -P, and 8002 is what I am doing. Okay, so 8001, 8002, 8003, 8004, like that you will get 4 of this particular mobile nodes. You are configuring the port number and all, you are configuring for communication, and they act as the transmitter of the information. So in log packet statistics, you will be enabling the throughput of outgoing packet. Okay, so same way the last node also I'll show you. It has been already configured, 8003, and just you have to add the corresponding commands. So we are done with the the mobile nodes. We are done. Now we will move on to the router configuration. Double click on router, you will get the node editor of that. So it will basically shows how it is connected. So the router is connected to the access point, and as well as to the host it is connected. Now for the access point, if you observe, we are just moving on to the third layer is what is the MAC 8023 layer. So if you see this particular router will act as a receiver from the access point, and it will play the role of a sender to the host. So click on the third layer, that is 8023 layer, and you have to click here throughput of incoming packet, because the router will act as a receiver of the information. Okay, just click on OK, and same way you have to repeat for the other access point also. So here also click on this, enable the log packet statistics, and click on the throughput of incoming packet, because your router will act as a receiver of the information over here. So click on OK, and then we move on to the next configuration, that is for the host. For the host, when you see, it will act as a transmitter of the information. So just only one small difference here, you have to give enable the throughput of it acts as a sender, so outgoing packet is what you will be enabling. Then click on OK. You have the router being configured. Okay, just click on OK. Router is also configured. So we have done with the mobile nodes, we have done, then we did with the router. Now click on the host. So this host, when you are configuring, you just change the time to 20, because we don't want the simulation to run for 400 milliseconds. Here we have to give the command. So the command that we are giving is TTCP -R -P -U for the UDP, -S for the sync, -P, and you're giving the port number. So the port number that you're giving is 8001, right? So you gave it as 8001, you gave, just copy it and then give OK. Okay, so again it acts as a receiver of all the 4 mobile nodes. It acts as a receiver. So what you do is just paste the command and just keep on changing the port number and then add it. This will actually save your time. Okay, so again click on host, add the command, change the time to 20, and you paste the command, only change the port number. Okay, so 8003 it is, and same way one more command we have to do. There are 4 mobile nodes, for each of the mobile node we have to do. So it is 20, then paste the command, change the port number to 8004. Okay, just click on OK. Then node editor, you go in the third layer, MAC 8023 layer, click on log packet statistics and click on the throughput of incoming packet, because it will act as a receiver of the information. Okay, so this is what we are doing. Click on OK, and you're done with the router with the host configuration also, you're done. So basically what you did was all the configuration is what you did, and now what you do is click on run simulation. So when you click on run simulation, it will ask you that you want to save the file. Click on save, you get all these files to be generated. Okay, so over here you can see that, okay, go to simulation and run. Then when you actually click on run, down you observe this particular thing which is actually moving. You can actually see here. Okay, you can see here this part, it starts moving, right? And the time is actually moving, you can see. So let it run for 20 milliseconds, whatever we have given. So now once after the time is it has run for the corresponding time which we have given, now you will get a solid red line at the bottom. You can see over here the solid red line at the bottom. Now you click on playback. P stands for playback. Click on play button. Here you can see how the mobile node was actually moving across a path which we have defined. So we have given only for 20 milliseconds. If we have given for more, it would have completed the traversal across the mobile node, it would have done. You can see how the packets are getting communicated, how the information is getting communicated, you can actually see, right? Now how to show the result of this experiment? So you can see the mobile nodes are actually moving in, right, across the path which has been defined. Now to show the output, you have two ways. One is you can plot the graph, performance graph you can plot. We have enabled all the log files, throughput log file and all we have actually enabled, so that you can actually plot the graph against it, or you can open the file and you can do it. So GTools, I went plot graph, and over here we are just giving options, graph general setting I am doing. So you can give a name over here. So here we are analyzing the performance, throughput is what we are analyzing, so you are having it as throughput. Then you can set appropriate scale and all you can set. So we have given here 20 as the width, just give OK. You get the graph plotted. Now you can open any of the log file which you have actually plotted. So we have in our experiment lot of files which are there. So where all this will be there is that, suppose if your file name is w5 wi5.tpl, you will have a folder called as yt experiment 5 dot results. There if you go, you will get a lot of log files. So what you do is that click on any of the log file that you want to plot. Say for example node 3's performance graph, if you want to plot, just click on that, you get the graph to be throughput graph to be plotted. So this is one way of showing the output. Second way of showing the output is that just click on the throughput file and observe the minimum value and the maximum value, what is the time that we are getting and all those things. You have to basically note some of the values and you have to plot it. So these are the two ways in which you can actually show the output of this particular experiment. Like this, there are n number of log files are there, so you can click on any of the log file and you can actually you can actually click on any of the log file and then you can run this particular experiment. So this is how you are actually running the experiment and showing the output. So I repeat again, this is what we have done just now was the wireless LAN simulation program using the ESS infrastructure or extended service set infrastructure. So basically we are having the access point. Around the access point we are having various mobile nodes, and how they communicate, access point communicators via a router to the fixed infrastructure, that is a host. So the router will act as a recipient of the information from the access point, and it will act as a transmitter of the information to the source. And by enabling the corresponding throughput files and all, we can analyze the performance by plotting the throughput logs. So this is how we are doing the experiment. Thank you.